Back to school season is just around the corner, and that means it's time to find the perfect laptop for your studies. Whether you're taking online classes, writing papers, or working on group projects, a reliable and powerful laptop is essential. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 best student laptops of 2025. We'll be looking at factors like performance, portability, battery life, and price to help you find the perfect laptop for your academic success. Number 5. MacBook Pro, 16-inch, M4 Pro. We haven't had the opportunity to test an M4 Max configuration of the MacBook Pro yet, but the M4 Pro proves that few would need to look beyond it. Our mid-tier configuration of the 16-inch MacBook Pro M4 Pro delivered performance and battery life results beyond the 16-inch MacBook Pro M3 Max, offering 7% better overall performance and almost 3 extra hours of battery life. All of that in a configuration that with matching storage would cost $900 less. Our $3,499 review configuration of the MacBook Pro 16 M4 Pro featured the base 14-core CPU and 20-core GPU, paired with 48 GB of RAM and a 2 TB SSD, but you can max those out with the M4 Max at up to a 16-core CPU, a 40-core GPU, up to 128 GB of RAM and an 8 TB SSD. Maxing out all of the options would put you at $7,349, so you'll want to consider your upgrades wisely. In almost every performance metric, the MacBook Pro 16 M4 Pro is at the top of the charts. Its Geekbench 6 score of 22,822 is more than double the premium laptop average. Turning to our handbrake test, which has the laptop transcode a 4K video to 1080p, the MacBook Pro finished in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. That's more than twice as fast as the premium laptop average and over 30 seconds faster than the creator-focused Asus ProArt PX16 2024. If you do creative work professionally and value your time, the MacBook Pro M4 Pro or M4 Max is the way to go. Battery life remains the most mystifying trick that this powerhouse of a laptop has up its sleeve. Achieving 20 hours and 46 minutes in the laptop mag battery test, that's over 7 hours longer than the premium laptop average and more than double its Windows content creation rivals like the Lenovo Yoga Pro 9 i16 Gen 9, 951, or the Asus ProArt PX16 2024, 932. If you need are regularly working away from an outlet, this should make for an easy choice. Is there any reason to avoid the 16-inch MacBook Pro M4 Pro or M4 Max? Price and macOS are the two big reasons. The M4 Pro configurations start at $2,499 and the M4 Max configurations start at $3,499. That's at the upper end of premium for anything other than a workstation or gaming laptop, but considering the performance, efficiency, and build quality, it's not outlandish. As for macOS, it's a smooth and well-supported operating system, but if you need Windows-only apps or your work just doesn't support macOS, you'll either is a great operating system, but if you have Windows-only apps that you need to use or your business doesn't support macOS, it could be a deal-breaker. Finally, Apple continues to improve its gaming support, but it remains distantly behind Windows for gamers. As long as none of these concerns spoil things for you, the 16-inch MacBook Pro M4 Pro or M4 Max is in a class by itself when it comes to a mainstream high-performance laptop. Number 4. Asus ZenBook S14, UX5406. The Asus ZenBook S14, UX5406, is currently our pick for the best AI PC laptop, but it deserves more praise than that. It features the new Intel Core Ultra 200V series processor, and even at its full price of $1,499, you are getting a compelling balance of performance, almost 14 hours of battery life, a stunning 14-inch OLED display, plus 32 GB of RAM and 1 TB of storage. Run whatever AI, productivity, or creative software you want, and the ZenBook S14 should remain a multitasking machine on the go. In our review, staff writer Madeline Ricciuto said, "From its stunning design to its vivid OLED display panel, there's plenty to appreciate about the Asus ZenBook S14. In our laptop mag battery test, the Asus ZenBook S14 lasted 13 hours and 51 minutes, which should let you leave the charger at home even for your worst day of work, school, or play. Speaking of on-the-go advantages, the ZenBook scratch-resistant Ceraluminum ultralight chassis should keep it looking brand new even if you towed it everywhere with you. If you care about your laptop's visuals, the ZenBook S14's 3K, 2880 by 1800, OLED display is going to leave you very happy. It is vividly colorful, capturing 82% of the DCI P3 color gamut, which is an excellent result for the typically low-scoring OLED, and at 342 nits of brightness it will hold up well in brightly lit environments. Unlike many ultraportables, the ZenBook S14 doesn't skimp on the port selection with a pair of Thunderbolt for USB-C ports, a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A port, an HDMI 2.1 port, and a 3.5mm headphone/mic jack. That should cover most people's needs and throws down the gauntlet for ultrabooks that went USB-C/Thunderbolt only. If you have greater performance needs, then something like the MacBook Air 13 cubic meters may be the answer at a similar size and weight, or if you are looking for a business-focused ultraportable, the Asus ExpertBook P5 is a strong choice. However, for a solid blend of performance, battery life, and price in a compact package, the ZenBook S14 is a standout choice. Number 3. Asus ZenBook 14 OLED, Q425. Asus has been on a roll with the ZenBook 14 OLED line for a few years, so while it is no longer a surprise, this early 2024 ZenBook takes yet another significant leap forward. This is in no small part due to the new Intel Core Ultra chipset inside, which puts the ZenBook 14 OLED on par with any productivity and light content creation laptops on the market. It also absolutely blew the roof off our battery life test, with 15 hours and 52 minutes in our test. That's the longest a traditional Windows laptop has lasted in recent memory. Divining into some of the specifics on performance, it overtook the 13-inch MacBook Air M3 in multi-core Geekbench 6.2, 12,707 versus 12,087. That wasn't its only win against the much-vaunted MacBook. The ZenBook also beat it in our Handbrake 1.6 test by converting a 4K video to 1080p in 636, over a minute faster than the Air M3's 754. The OLED display looks excellent in person, but the benchmarking put it in the middle of the road when it comes to the DCI P3 color gamut at 79.8%, that's below the mainstream average of 85.2% and just slightly ahead of the MacBook Air M3, 77.8%. It is extremely color accurate with a delta E of 0.21, relevant for content creators. Display brightness is a weak point against its competition at 339 nits, which is not a terrible result, but it's something we want to see Asus address for the next model. The ZenBook weighs 3 pounds, not exactly an ultralight, but not something that will weigh you down too much going from class to class or while commuting. Overall, the ZenBook 14 OLED ticks just about every box we like to see for a student laptop while going above and beyond with its performance and battery life. This laptop should comfortably hold up through 4 years of college or for a high school student preparing to head to college in the next year or two. Number 2. Acer Swift Go 14. Acer's Swift Go 14 is the easy choice for the best budget laptop. Starting at $749, the Go 14 isn't the cheapest laptop, but its value is incredible. We reviewed the slightly upgraded $999 configuration, but the main trade-off is moving from an Intel Core Ultra 7155H to a Core Ultra 5125H. The performance difference will be negligible if you stick to productivity work, browsing, and other general computing. The design remains the same at either price, with the Go 14 coming in at just 2.9 pounds. The metallic all-aluminum chassis gives off a faint sparkle that looks and feels far more premium than its price. Popping it open, the contrasting black chiclet-style backlit keyboard looks and feels excellent. Acer also gives you ports aplenty on this portable laptop with 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, 2 USB Type-A ports, an HDMI port, a microSD card slot, a 3.5mm audio jack, and a Kensington lock slot. The display lands just below the mainstream average for color at 79.1% of the DCI P3 color gamut, 85.2% is average, but it beats the category average in brightness at 374 nits, 354 is average. Again, factoring in the price, these are strong results. You could also opt for the 2.8K display configuration if you value a sharper image. Performance with our review model was everything we've come to expect from the latest Intel Core Ultra. Our Geekbench 6.2 overall performance test scored 12,434, overtaking more expensive options like the MacBook Air M3, 12,087. It also scorched the competition for our handbrake video encoding test at 5 minutes and 18 seconds, almost 4 full minutes under the category average, 907, again besting the MacBook Air M3, 754. So what are the drawbacks? The battery life isn't bad, at 9 hours and 50 minutes in our testing, but it is well below top options like the MacBook Air M3, 1521, or the Asus ZenBook 14 OLED, 1552. If you frequently travel or otherwise have difficulty plugging in, this could impact your decision. The built-in speakers are also less than stellar, so plan on some wireless headphones or earbuds. However, these are minor concerns for most users, so if you are looking for the best laptop value, look no further than the Acer Swift Go 14. Number 1. MacBook Air M3. Weighing a mere 2.7 pounds, Apple's smallest laptop features the M3 chip, which delivers a power and efficiency boost over its predecessor. This makes it my pick as the best laptop for most people. The MacBook Air's 13.6-inch display is one of the brightest laptops around, and True Tone ensures excellent color accuracy, but its vibrancy falls short of some of the OLED competition. Rumors of Apple moving to OLED in the future abound, but not yet. Like the M2 Air, the MacBook Air M3 is one of the thinnest laptops at only 0.4 inches. However, unlike many ultra-portable laptops, it can keep up with an impressive workload thanks to the M3 chip. Whether it was our benchmarks or real-world usage, the Air M3 was up for any task. Looking at the benchmarks, the MacBook Air M3 scored 12,087 on Geekbench 6.2, well above the category average. Our handbrake video transcoding test took 7 minutes and 54 seconds to transcode a 4K video to 1080p. Again, this beats the average, but it's worth noting that some of its Intel Core Ultra-powered competition is passing the MacBook here. Apple also addressed the slightly slower SSD read/write performance of the Air M2, jumping from 2/800.1/2 Mbps on the M2 to 3/030.7/3/058.8 Mbps with the M3. All that performance prowess doesn't hurt its battery life either. If finding an outlet can be a challenge during your day, never fear. The Air M3 powered through over 15 hours of battery life testing in our lab. If that's not enough, you also get a 1080p webcam with Apple's latest software tricks helping to boost the hardware to higher heights. So what are the downsides? If you have a lot of peripherals, the pair of Thunderbolt/USB-C ports may be challenging, but at least you have MagSafe 3 to keep both ports free while charging. Starting at $1,099, the 13-inch MacBook Air M3 isn't cheap but remains a solid value, and Apple made it an even better value on October 30, 2024, by bumping up the base RAM to 16 GB, previously a $200 upgrade that we recommended most people buy. If you want to save money, the 13-inch MacBook Air M2 sticks around at a new $999 starting price, and I expect to see it regularly discounted to $899 or less, so look at the best MacBook deals before picking one up. Need more screen real estate? Look no further than the 15-inch MacBook Air M3. It mirrors all of the strengths of its smaller sibling but with a larger 15.3-inch display. The new MacBook Pro 14-inch M4 and MacBook Pro 16-inch M4 Pro may sway Apple fans with more high-performance needs, but rest assured the Air remains the right choice for most people. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which Air headphone you were considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.